My sister was a victim of domestic violence, and unfortunately, she was murdered.
People that said they loved me and had my best interest hurt me mentally, physically, sexually, psychologically, financially.
Most women believe that their husbands can't rape them, but they can.
It doesn't matter if you're heterosexual, gay, straight, lesbian, whatever.
I don't think men believe they're being abused because there's such a man code. You know, you're not going to let a woman abuse you. You're not going to let her manipulate you.
I'm a primary care physician, so I come across lots of people who experience these issues at home.
I was working in the domestic violence field for about 15 years, and I saw myself reflected within our clients. Not only as a survivor growing up in my family, but as a queer person of color.
My patients who experience domestic violence often have many health consequences because of it. And it's not always the usual ones that you would think of.
Being in an abusive relationship can affect your health because you might be depressed.
The depression is what really gets to people.
If they're a person who maybe is dependent on their partner for medication, and that partner uses that as a threat, that sometimes if you're an HIV positive person, could be very, life-threatening.
My son, who's a young, thriving adult, he wasn't eating, he wasn't taking care of himself. I was stunned by how starved he looked.
Obtaining certain injuries and having to go to the hospital, it healed, but the scar will always remain.
See, they never hit you at the first date. They're kind of smart, They break your self-esteem, they break your self-worth, they get in your head.
When you hear from your partner that you're worthless, or that, no one's gonna love you like I love you, or no one's gonna understand you, it not only makes you feel very less of yourself, but it'll keep you in that relationship.
You don't want to feel like you're a failure. You don't want to feel like, okay, I failed, so I'm just going to leave.
If a man is overly obsessive, wants to know where you're at, who you with, what are you doing all the time, all day long, we kind of think it's cute in the beginning, but it really is a red flag.
Call anyone you know. Get in touch with a behavioral health specialist.
WTLC is the place that I went to.
Laura's House offers the hotline. Laura's House offers the shelter, offers transitional housing also.
The shelter will have a trained professional who's empathetic and caring and educated in the signs and the symptoms.
There is help, and you can get out and overcome everything.
Love shouldn't hurt, and you need to love yourself before you can love anybody else.
We found help.
And you can too.
For help with domestic violence,
Call 211 or visit
211oc.org/DV.
We can overcome domestic violence.